Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so another funny book haul. Okay, so we got a decent stack here. Stuff, some newish stuff from the last few weeks, and a few back issues. Not super old, but we'll just jump into it. So, got King Con. Oh, Jesus Christ! Fucking glare. King Conan #1, being written by Jason Aaron, and the artist Ahmad Assar. I'm mostly getting it for the Asar art. I'm really becoming more and more of a big fan of his. I just like the way it looks. It's just got that kind of old school, I don't know, Bronze Age style. You look at his art, you can see a little bit of John Byrne in there, a little bit of John Buscema. Uh, I don't know, maybe a little bit of Gil Kane. You know, all these old type of guys. It's correct enough in its sense of like anatomy and stuff like that, but there's also got kind of that exaggerated flair and individual style that makes it stand out. So okay, so that's really the main reason I'm getting this. All right, Inferno #3. So this has been out for a few weeks. This is Jonathan Hickman. The art is by. Oh wait, who is the art by? It looks like it's several artists. The art is okay. So the art is R.B. Silva, Stefano Caselli, and Valerio. I never know how to say his name. Shitai. So it's pretty thick too. So is this a double size issue? Yeah, it feels like it. So ready to dip into this again. Interesting to see what happens with the X-Men comics after this wraps up. I wonder if they're going to keep the whole sort of Krakoa status quo for a while. If they do, I imagine they'll probably keep it for like a year, maybe two, but then go back to the whole thing of the X-Men, being a school and all that sort of stuff. We all know the status quo with these major characters always resets, right? Black Panther #1. This is a Alex Ross cover. It's going to be written by John Ridley, and the art is by Juan Cabal. John Ridley's a screenplay writer, but he's written comics before. He did a couple of really good series for DC Wildstorm, called The American Way, about superheroes in the 60s and 70s and all the different type of social movements that were going on at that particular time. So that was really good. I've read most of another series he did for CC called The Other Side of the DC Universe or something like that, or The Other History of the DC Universe. Again, set in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, basically focusing on DC's minority superheroes and whatnot. And he pulled off a really nice trick of being able to set it almost in real time while at the same time paralleling, various major DC Comics events that were happening at those times, and yeah, and also kind of remarking on social again, various historical and political things that were going on, and I think he kind of pulled it off in a really interesting way. So it'll be interesting to see what he brings to Black Panther. Second issue is out, and I get the feeling from what I've read online, he's just going straight superhero stuff. So, and that's fine too. So, okay, Magic Order #2. Mark Millar and Stuart Immonen. Again, mostly buying it for the art. Basically about this family, this extended family that are all magicians and wizards and whatnot. And they all kind of have been assigned or have this long-standing duty to protect the world from, various supernatural threats. And first issue is just mostly it's just been set up where it looks like some of the bad supernatural people are getting together for some big plan of some sort. So again, the story, if it comes out kind of thin, fine, fair enough. but really like the art. Really like the same thing with the first issue. This is Magic Order Volume 2, number 2. Volume 1 was pretty decent, but again, it was saved mostly by the art by Olivier Copiel, or however you say his name. Basically, by Colin Bunn and Jonas Schraff and Alex Guillemets. Don't know too much about it, just that it's kind of a supernatural thriller or whatever. I looked at some of the art, so I just figured, well, I'll take a chance. I think I might probably like it. This is issue 1. I think they're on issue 3 or something like that already. So gonna take the plunge there. Catwoman Lonely City by Cliff Chang. again, again, something else I looked into mostly for the art. Uh, but I was pleasantly surprised about how good the story is written. It's set in a near future with a elderly, well, not elderly, we'll say late middle age Catwoman. Batman's been gone from Gotham City for whatever 10 years or some stuff. Catwoman's just gotten out of jail, and it's basically her trying to navigate her place in the new Gotham City. That's kind of this police state almost. So yeah, pretty fun, pretty fun. All right, here we're going to get into some of the back issues. I got Madame Xanadu number 13, Matt Wagner, and Mike Kaluda. Mike Kaluda is one of these guys who was like really big back in the 70s. You know, they used to mention him along the lines of, in the same company with, Barry Smith and Neil Adams and all those guys. People don't talk about him that much these days anymore, and that's kind of a shame. But yeah, that's basically why I'm getting this one. Airboy number 3, and this is Joe Robinson, and what's the artist? It's basically the story Greg Hinkle, and basically the story is Joe Robinson and Greg Hinkle get hired to do an Airboy comic reboot, and then somehow they end up meeting the actual Airboy. So it's pretty tongue-in-cheek and kind of zany or whatever. So let's see here. Oh, no, that's kind of murky here. So there you go. All right. And then I thought I'd take a chance on a couple things here. I got Superior Foes of Spider-Man number 1. Oh. And number 2. I don't know too much about this series other than the premise, which is it's basically the C-list villains of Spider-Man. They kind of get together and try to pull robberies and jobs or whatever, and hijinks ensue. It's written by Nick Spencer, so I've read that it's actually kind of amusing, so I thought I'd give it a shot here. This is from a few years back. This is what, 2010 or 13 or something like. Yeah, here it says it right here, 2013. So, all right, and then I also thought I'd take a chance on Journey into Mystery. This is 646. Catherine Immerman, Stuart Immerman's wife, and the art is Valero. This guy again, Valero. So basically, Sif has taken over this title for an arc or two. So again, I missed it when it came out, but I thought I'd give it a shot. This is 2011, and this is number 647. And where's that Madame Xanadu from? Madame Xanadu is from 2008. Okay, so I think we got a nice fresh mix here. So we got Journey into Mystery. So we got our superhero Norse gods. Okay. We got our comedy villains, comedy super villains. We got our pulp adventure satire, supernatural mystery period piece. Yeah, no. Superhero anti-hero, I guess Catwoman's kind of an anti-hero these days. Supernatural thriller. Bip. More supernatural thrillers. This one a little bit more tongue-in-cheek. Straightforward superheroes. Straightforward superheroes. And then sword and sorcery. Okay, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys have a good day.